Hello everyone, welcome to the reading. This reading will be for Chris Brown. So let's see what's up with this guy. So my first question is, what are his current energies at the moment? So he's enjoying some romantic energies, most definitely. Also, if you guys are not comfortable with this deck that I'm using, I don't know what to tell you, because I know some people want like a traditional tarot deck. This is a traditional tarot deck, but my messages are deep because I'm an intuitive reader, so I read the energies intuitively. That was my quick disclaimer. But this is showing me that he's in some good romantic energies. You know, he's definitely enjoying himself romantically. And what's interesting about this is it's actually a romantic situation. You see, like with the chocolate kisses that are just like laid out. So it's showing me that he's being very intimate. You know, with this strawberry here is showing me he's really getting into some intense sexual energies, but it's positive. I'm not getting anything negative. But later on down the road, though, with whoever he's dealing with, there's going to be something unexpected happening. So, very interesting. Let's look further. What this is showing me is that he's not done with his substance abuse. He's definitely not done with that situation. He actually used substances to enjoy his sexual encounters or romantic situations, is what's being shown to me. Which isn't bad, I guess. You know, it's only bad if you abuse it. Let's look further. So if you guys were curious, like, is he sober? Is he still doing shit? Basically, yeah. Also, for the sake of YouTube, let me say that this is all for entertainment purposes only. It's all allegedly. So, yeah. Something is going to be happening with karma, though. Something definitely is going to be happening with karma. Let me look into that. What is that about? This karmic situation that's going to be coming up, because it's not really showing me, like, the vibe I'm getting isn't good karma. It's definitely like a not so good karmic situation. Okay. Yeah, something is a ticking time bomb. This has to do with his substance abuse, also negative habits. So what this is showing me is he's definitely kind of like stuck in a cycle. You see, like if you look at this clock, it's showing me that it just keeps happening. The same with this infinity sign. He's stuck in a loop. The fact that this is a burrito is showing me that his situation is very layered. And he hasn't even got to the surface yet of what's happening. You know what I mean? He definitely needs help. And I know it's funny, you guys are kind of just like, this nigga's using food to read like energies and shit. And, you know, you can use anything to read energies. You know, you can use teacups and all sorts of shit. You know, that's not my thing. I prefer cards. So, yeah, I'm going to stop saying shit about, like, my ability to read these things. Because I know some people kind of get put off by when I pull out a deck like this. But that's what's being shown to me. Let's look further, actually. Because it's showing me that he has issues with, like, sexual shit, with substances again. You know, this is the obvious information, but it's what's being shown to me. To be honest, I don't really know anything of this guy. The only thing I know of him is that he dated Rihanna and Karrueche. I'm not, like, interested in his life or anything like that. So this is about his karmic situation that's going to be happening. Someone's definitely going to be pregnant. I definitely see a pregnancy. And let me just say, when people are pregnant, it doesn't mean that they have to have the baby. You know what I mean? Sometimes, you know, shit happens. So they could be pregnant and, you know, unfortunate events can happen. But this is definitely showing me a pregnancy. This girl, whoever he got pregnant, you know, she's doing it for bad intentions. It isn't kind of like an accident, at least not on her end. Like, she's definitely trying to have this guy's baby. But this Knight of Swords is showing me this is some very uncomfortable energy. It's definitely uncomfortable, shady energy. So I'm getting that she's trying to trap him. She's definitely trying to trap him. She's definitely trying to manipulate him. Let me see how this situation's gonna go. Because she's definitely coming into this being very manipulative. You see, with this Tower, what did I tell you guys? I was getting bad vibes, definite bad vibes with the Tower, confirming the energy. With this, Ten of Pentacles is showing me it's all about money for her, all about stability. It's funny because I'm getting the same vibe, like, it's like an energy like the baby and Mimi. No, excuse me, not Mimi. The baby and Danielle. It's that sort of situation. She feels like if she has a baby by this dude, you know, it's gonna like spark some sort of like abundance in her life. But what this Knight of Wands is showing me is that this guy, and I know this is the obvious energy, but I can't help that's what I'm getting. He's very belligerent. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like a wall up. I'm definitely getting a wall up. It's definitely a force. I mean, like a fuck you type of energy. Like, he's not tripping one way or the other. So it's funny, it's like some guys would trip about this, like, oh damn, I got like some girl pregnant, now she's fucking with me. With him, he's just like, whatever. Like, he's not even tripping. So that's what's being shown to me. So those are his current energies. So basically, he's enjoying himself romantically. He's having a nice romantic situation. He's caught up using substances, you know what I mean, enjoying himself sexually. So that's good. He's living his life. So now I'm going to be asking about him as a person, because he's very disturbed from like the little things I do know of him. So let's look into that energy. What's going on with this disturbed energy that he has? It has to do with not seeing something. You know, for me, the carrot always has to do with a visual energy. Usually something that you're seeing or you're not seeing. For me, it's something that he's not seeing. Let's look deeper. What this orange juice is showing me is that this has to do with healing. This usually has to do with healing. You know what I mean? Like, trying to make yourself better. He's in a daze. It's like I'm getting a vibe that he's blacked out. I know this is like the obvious energies again, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? He's not seeing shit because he's not healed. Let's look deeper. This is showing me a spiritual influence, like craft, witchcraft. So let me look deeper and see what that's about. All the ladies that he's messed with, this is gonna sound fucked up, but it is what it is. It's just the vibes I'm getting. Rihanna and a lot of other ladies that he's been messing with has definitely done spell work on him. It is what it is. I don't have anything against Rihanna. I think she's a beautiful lady. When I seen her accept that award in her homeland, I thought it was like a real beautiful situation. It definitely got me like emotional because I was like, damn, this is beautiful. But this is real life, so things can't just be perfect and angelic and shit. So this is showing me that, you know, after she got a beat down in a car and sort of like accepted him back, you know, and try to like make things work, things were still tense. You know what I mean? Things were definitely still tense. They didn't part on mutual energy, like mutual ground. You know what I mean? Where it's just like good vibes. This is showing me something negative happened. So I know this might seem like I'm reaching, guys, but this is just what I'm getting. So not only is it her, but there's a lot of ladies. This is showing me this guy, he hooks up with a lot of females, right? And he treats them like shit. He does them dirty. You know what I mean? Some of these ladies, they're not just your everyday, average sort of person. A lot of them are connected spiritually. So this is showing me that he's not seeing things because he's dealing with craft. And this is funny, right? Because I don't know how old this dude is, but this dude has such a promising career, definitely influential. And it's funny because I never really put thought into it, but it's very deep. It's kind of just like, why would this guy kind of like throw his life away? Because, you know, all these people are on some sort of drugs. So it's like, you know, it doesn't make sense. But for him, he's dealing with a lot of spiritual situations. That's why I feel the need to explain that, because it's definitely relevant to his situation. He's dealing with sort of like bondage on the spiritual end, the spiritual side of things. So, speaking of Rihanna, since I brought her up, let's see what's gone down with him and Rihanna. What can I see regarding that situation? It's curious, for me at least. With the folded one, it's showing me I'm getting a fragile state. Rihanna was definitely put in a fragile state. This is really deep, guys, because I'm picking up the energies that she had a lot on her plate as far as her music, her life goes. It was a lot of shit she was dealing with in her life. And I'm not saying negative. I'm just getting a vibe of like overwhelmed. She was overwhelmed. So when he did what he did, it pushed her over the edge. Very deep, actually. What this express is showing me, there's a lot of tea in their situation. You know, when I see things like coffee and tea, it always speaks of like some intense drama and shit. It actually becomes more intense when it has to do with coffee. Because like tea is kind of like tea, you know what I mean? Especially like if it's hot tea. If it's cold tea, then that means like if it's iced tea, because there's an iced tea card in this deck. That usually speaks of sort of just like little bullshit drama. When tea come up, it's kind of just like, oh, okay, shit, this is some gossip. But when it's coffee, this energy speaks of some real deep shit. Like this is like some really deep shit. So this is showing me more went down behind the scenes than what we were able to see. Let's get some surface level energies. This is his energy. This is definitely his energy. Like, I'm not trying to like offend anyone, because obviously I'm black, so I can say this type of shit because this is the energy I'm getting. I'm getting a very ghetto type of energy. I'm getting a ghetto mindset, mind frame. This guy has a very ghetto sort of like lack mentality, ignorant energy. That's what's coming through this card. You know, especially how he feels about women. it's kind of like that cliche type of energy that people say about, you know, particular groups of people and shit. That's just the energy that I'm getting. So I'm getting kind of like that type of like just fucked up shit, like where it doesn't make sense, like beating up a girl and stomping her out with Timberland boots. That type of crazy shit. Sorry, let me get a glass of water. My bad. Yeah, so it's giving me that type of vibe. Let's look further. Very interesting energies. Also, if you made it this far, definitely press a thumbs up. Picking up energy is not easy, and it definitely takes a talent. You know, I give all praise and glory to the Most High for allowing me to have the ability to do it. But at the same time, it does take skill, and it definitely takes like a sort of like concentration and shit, and it does take a toll. So I mean, definitely show support, you know, guys. Definitely show support. But anyway, when I look at this situation, what's being shown to me, as I was telling you guys, like I was getting like some fucked up like mind state, you know what I mean? And I mean, look at where this is at. I'm not trying to offend any cultures or anything, but I definitely want you guys to put two and two together. Not only is the situation kind of like an urban type of ghetto vibe, but it's kind of like a old way of thinking about how women should be, you know what I mean? Relevant to this area. So it's that sort of like funny sort of thinking, like the lady needs to be in a house, sort of like taking care of the kids, that sort of like situation. So what's being shown to me is after she's been through what she's been through, it's still like reaffirming that energy for me of kind of like, you know, stepping in a craft. Because if you look, this lady, she's summoning a spirit. She's definitely summoning a spirit. So it's like, yeah, they both separated, but she left him a little present that he's still dealing with to this day. It is what it is, guys. So let's see. I want to get an energy of his childhood. What can be shown to me regarding his childhood? Also, this isn't going to be the only reading I'm going to have on him. This is just part one. Part two is going to be me actually like seeing like what's really going on in his life, as far as like when I set up like 4 cards and shit and I start looking into shit. This is me just trying to understand who he is, because I'm actually curious myself. So let's see what went down in his childhood. This is bad habits. This is definite bad habits, because you know bacon speaks of blockages. Like in the body, you have too much bacon, it's not good for you. So what this is showing me, when he was a child, there were male influences that were kind of like putting just dumb shit into his head. You know what I mean? Obviously, we are all responsible for our spirit. So, you know, what we gravitate to is who we are as a person. Because it's just like, you know, certain things people said to me, but it's just not my spirit, so I don't care for it. So it's the same thing. So it's kind of just like, it's not necessarily their fault, but this is just showing me the culture that he was dealing with. Let's look further. With the many name in this sub energy, I'm getting an energy of insecurity. I'm definitely getting an energy of insecurity. Because this is like, if you look, they have like Superman hair and all sorts of shit going down. But what this is showing me is that he was all over the place. He was definitely all over the place, you know, trying to prove himself. I'm definitely getting an energy of trying to prove himself. I'm getting an energy of trying to stand out. And for him, I don't know if you hear it, it's a loud ass car going by. I don't know if I should just let it go by. And it's funny because sometimes when people are like having their car really loud and shit, the phone kind of like fixes the audio or some shit, so you guys won't hear it. So, but anyway, Sometimes you can't hear it, sometimes you can't. I had too much sugar today, that's why I'm kind of on one. But let's see what's going on with this, because it's definitely giving me a message. Again, it was like he tried to prove a point. And for him getting into toxic situations, it validated him. It made him feel a particular way. Let's get some surface level energies. I know this is going to be a stretch for some of you guys, but I'm getting a vibe that in his, and it's not a funny situation, but how like the energies come up to me, because this is just my personality, it comes up sometimes in a funny way. That's why I be laughing, because I'm like, I literally got the energy of someone glazed his buns when he was in his youth. I know it's like vulgar, but that's what I'm getting. You see, like with this chocolate bar and like this glaze in this situation. So he's definitely dealing with some trauma. This is definitely a sensitive situation for sure. Let's look further. Damn, I wasn't even expecting that. He's always trying to escape. He's always trying to escape. I'm actually getting a vibe with this that he beat someone's ass. Not a female. This is a male. Like he done a lot of fucked up shit. I'm seeing like fucking up someone so bad that their teeth came out. This is a dude that gets into a lot of traumatic situations. So what it does is it feels his need to escape. Because if you look at this lady's face, you see she's high. She's on one. She's definitely high. She's definitely on one. You know, the chariot speaks of movement. So he's just trying to escape. And the fact that this lady is naked is indicating to me that it's a sexual energy with this. Kind of like he escapes through drugs, through sex, which came out early in the reading. Like when I was asking about like what is he into. Also, guys, tell me what you think about like me explaining shit about the reading. Because I noticed that when kind of like I just say what the energies are, but I don't explain kind of like why I'm picking up particular energies. People attention for the video sometimes isn't there, because it's kind of just like people feel like I'm just pulling shit from my ass or something. But that's why I'm trying to like explain why I feel the way I do. Because, you know, it is what it is. This is how I pick up the energies. So let's see. What else do I want to ask? Does he care to make music anymore? That's a good question. You know, I don't know if he had any recent projects or what. You know, he might have made a video like a week ago, and I just don't know. But let's see. Does he care to make music anymore? To perform. Let me say that. Does he care to make music? Does he care to perform? For me, right, when this card came up, like with the baby and Danny Lay, this speaks of abundance, right? This card always speaks of an abundant situation. So for me, I'm getting a vibe that it has to do with his money. So he's really not tripping off the craft. This is more of money situation. Let's look deeper. Not just that, but this is showing me he misses the time where kind of like things were a different way. I'm definitely getting that, because this card for me, right, the Vietnamese, for me, this card speaks of escorts, sex workers, situations like that. So what's being shown to me is like, he misses the time. Like, yeah, he still has groupies, he does his thing, whatever, but he misses the time where things were just different. You know what I mean? Because it was just, the action was more intense. This is a situation kind of like where he has to pay people. You know what I mean? Like, even if it's a female that he went, you know, like she's not tripping on him because she knows like this dude is disturbed. Like, people know what's up with this guy. So he's dealing with energies where he has to pay for shit. he wants it to be back to where, like, females were just, like, you know, hooking up with him because of who he was. Let's look deeper. This is actually very interesting for me, like, very interesting. I know I say that for all my readings, but I just love, you know, looking into the energies and shit. Definitely love it. Yeah, with this situation, again, this speaks of death. This 8, you know what I mean? Like the 8th house, Scorpio, that whole situation. When you break it down and all that, like you get 4. So it's like, you know, because like 2 4s make 8. So like usually, like, I don't care to get into like the whole math situation and break down the numbers and all that shit. That's not my style. But, you know, the numbers definitely play a role. Like everything in the card plays a role for me. You know what I mean? If I get the message. So this relates to home. He doesn't feel like home. It's speaking of that same energy. Because I was telling you guys, like, before he was enjoying himself, it was a different vibe. He felt like home. It felt good. Now it's death to that situation. He's not like that young Chris Brown. Like, people are just like throwing panties on the stage and weird shit like that. It's not that type of vibe. So for him, that's what he missed. He missed the money. He missed the ladies. He missed that sort of vibe. You know what I mean? So for him, when he does perform and all that shit, it has to do with his money, and it has to do with his stature as a celebrity. That's just the vibes I'm getting. So let's see, what else can we see about this Chris Brown dude? So for me, this has to do with like a happy meal. Like if you've seen readings where this card came up, this is like that. It's the same vibe. It's a happy meal energy. So what's going to end up happening to this guy is that he's going to get burnt out. He's definitely going to get burnt out. He's going to be going through some traumatic situations. And how this relates to the happy meal is that it's like a kid. When a kid is happy to receive a happy meal, it's that sort of vibe. It's kind of like it's the most smallest, like littlest thing, but for whatever reason, like a kid goes crazy about it. At least like when I was young. I don't know about now in today's world, but like in the early 90s, like kids were happy to get a happy meal. So this is showing me like he's going to be happy for the littlest shit. So this is showing me that he's going to be in more sort of like corrosive energies that's going to make his body, his money, his situation deteriorate. He's definitely going to deteriorate. So this is showing me that any sort of little attention, whether it be making music, whether it be someone acknowledging him or his talent, it's going to make him excited. Deep. What this link energy is showing me, I'm not going to even say it because it's like all these celebrities, it's like they're dealing with this issue. And I know I don't want people just to be like, this nigga is just making this into a habit. So I'm just going to say, this is weird sexual energies. He's definitely going to be caught up in weird sexual energies. I guess I have to say it now because it's like it's part of the reading. Fuck. But he's going to do whatever he has to do to put himself on the map if he can. You know, this is giving me like, you know what they say in Hollywood, you have to do certain sort of like performances behind the scenes with people you don't want, whether it be men and shit like that. It's giving me that sort of shit. So this spoke of desperation, right? Because this is a desperate sort of energy. Basically what I was getting. So it's like he's going to be so desperate, he's going to be willing to sell himself out. So if that means getting his cheeks glazed again, he's going to do what he has to do. I know that's vulgar, but it is what it is. What else can be shown regarding this? It's definitely funny. I'm gonna look back and watch this video and be like, the fuck? I tell you, man, I had like, what the fuck did I have? I had a ton of orange juice, a blueberry muffin, so like, my sugar levels are high. Let's look into this situation. This is a karmic situation. This is definitely a karmic situation, right? Because I know this is the Queen of Pentacles, but literally what I got was he abused his power with so many women, got them to do degrading shit. You know, a lot of these women wanted to come up, they wanted to make money, they wanted connections. You know, yeah, some of them wanted to get pregnant by him because of who he was or who he is. But it's showing me an abuse of power. He has a lot of karma regarding ladies. So this is like a type of vibe. It's not just sex. It's not just dogging a lady out and it's just going to be the end of that. It's energies that come with that. It's definite energies that come with that. So this is a karmic situation. That's why it's kind of just like, he got them to do some degrading shit. He definitely got them to do some degrading shit. And it's all cool. Like, if everyone is cool with it. You know what I mean? Because, you know, we have the right to do what the fuck we want. So, like, if that's our vibe, that's our vibe. If you're into that. But I'm getting... It's like an abuse of power. It's an abuse of position. So now he's going to be dealing with this desperation energy. It's a lot of shit going on behind the scenes, guys. Regarding his money, his shit. You know, it's a lot going on. You see with this Ten of Wands, always speaks of passion, movement. It's a lot of disgrace. You see, I didn't even know this card was going to come out. You know what I mean? So it's funny that I was telling you guys, like, he got these ladies to do a lot of fucked up, degrading shit. So a completion has to happen with this 10 here. You know, the 10 speaks of Capricorn, speaks of karma, Saturn. It's that same sort of like karmic situation. Things has to balance out. It's like you can't be treating people a particular way, treating them like shit, having them do just fucked up nasty shit that they weren't into. You know what I mean? And he knew it. It wasn't like a sort of situation kind of like where a girl's like trying to be extra, trying to impress a dude, and it's kind of just like later on then she feels stupid and she's like, oh, why did I do that? This is a type of vibe where it's kind of like he could pick up the energy. He knew. He was looking at them while they were doing whatever they were doing. And he got off on it. And he didn't care. So now that sort of energy is going to be revisited on him. And I'm going to leave the reading here. Definitely tell me what you guys think. I know that the readings are kind of like what they are. But it is what it is, guys. You know, definitely tell me what you guys think about the reading. I thought it was really interesting. I got so many energies, guys, that I didn't even like mention, you know, but this was really interesting to me. Definitely interesting to me. And yeah, stay tuned for more content. Also, if you'd like to have a reading with me, how to go about that will be in the description box. And if you would like me to have a reading on a celebrity, how to go about that will be in the description box as well. Thank you very much. Also, I do not do readings on politicians or anything like that. I'm definitely not getting into that shit, guys. So yeah, if you request that, I'm sorry, I can't deliver on that sort of shit. But celebrities and those silly shit like that, I can definitely do for you guys. And if you would like me to have a serious reading with you, I can do that for sure. But yeah, stay tuned.